Indian banks process thousands of crores in transactions. Hidden among them are sophisticated money laundering networks that traditional compliance systems cannot detect. So, we are DevOps 2.0 from CSVTU and have built NextGenAML, a graph intelligence anti money laundering platform that detects fund flows and generates FIU compliant STR reports in just seconds. Financial criminals don't have money through a single suspicious transaction. They distribute funds across multiple accounts, payment trails, and time periods to avoid detection. Unfortunately, most anti money laundering systems still evaluate transactions one at a time using static rules. As a result, investigators spend days manually tracing account relationships and transaction chains that should be identified automatically. But the fundamental problem is architectural. Fraudsters think in networks, while traditional anti-money laundering systems think in rows of data. To identify a laundering chain, analysts often have to manually connect accounts, align timestamps, and reconstruct fund flows. What takes investigators several days, our next-gen anti-money laundering builds automatically a transaction graph in under 3 seconds and analyzes using 6 parallel detection engines. The anti-money laundering software market is growing rapidly, but existing global solutions were not built for India's payment ecosystem. UPI, FIU India, reporting requirements, and Indian compliance workflows create a unique opportunity for an India-first anti-money laundering platform. Public sector banks are already investing heavily in compliance modernization, making this both a regulatory necessity and a long-term business opportunity. Our solution, NextGen Anti-Money Laundering, replaces the traditional manual investigation workflow. First, transaction data is ingested and converted into a graph where accounts become nodes and transactions become edges. Next is 6 specialized detection engines that runs in parallel, including graph analytics, cycle detection, typology, analysis, and machine learning models. A local 3.5 AI model combines these signals into a single risk score. Investigator receives a rank alert queue which can visualize suspicious fund flows, review explainability insights, and generate FIU compliant STR reports with a single click. Banks already spend significant resources on analysts manually investigating suspicious transactions. Our pricing is tied directly to the cost saving we create because all inference runs locally. Operating costs remain low and do not scale with transaction volumes. This creates attractive economics for both banks and our platform. So, the competitive advantage of our product is that comes from 3 areas. First, a graph-first architecture that detects complex multi-hop laundering patterns. Second is local AI inference that ensures data sovereignty and zero external exposure. The third is native support for Indian banking workflows and FIU India compliance report. Together, these create a solution that is difficult for traditional anti-money laundering platforms to replicate quickly. Through the IDEA 2.0 program, we have direct engagement opportunities with Union Bank of India. So, our strategy is simple: validate through pilot deployments, expand across public sector banks, and ultimately build a shared fraud intelligence system. NextGen AML transforms investigations from days to seconds, helping banks detect financial crime faster and reduce compliance costs and strengthening the regulatory reporting. Thank you.